What's good, y'all? It's Pod.cannion. I'm back with another reaction video. Today, we have Shimmyreviews. I just like watching his videos. Like, it's good, like, he's becoming, like, one of my, like, favorite, you know what I'm saying, anime commentators. Just like, and just like you said, reviews. Like, these are just anime reviews and shit. And this is one I watched. No, I read it first. I already know, like, I've read all of Hell's Paradise, so I know what happened. Obviously, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I just wanted to review the first season, so I feel like this would be a good video. I might do another one of Shimmy, just cause, like, you know what I'm saying, just add him into the algorithm a little bit and stuff like that. I'll probably still watch them in my own time and stuff like that, but I wanted to watch at least a couple of videos with y'all, reminisce on some good anime. If y'all have some good anime, you know what I'm saying, let me know. There is one that I was trying to find a video for. If y'all have seen Clevitus, y'all should tap in with, I mean, if y'all haven't seen Clevitus, y'all should tap in with that shit, because that shit was fire, in my opinion. Yeah, obviously not gonna spoil it and shit, but if you want a good, like, because the anime's not over, it's just that's the end of the first season. So if you want a good, like, 12 episode binge for, you know what I'm saying, whatever reason, something that, you know what I'm saying, you know, will come back later, that's a good little anime to start binging. Like, the creativity, like, there's a good amount of times they caught me off guard, and I like the art style, all of that. So with that being said, let's get into this, because I liked this. This was a good, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't rate music, but I'll rate an anime. I give this one like a 7.5. Like, this was a solid, you know what I'm saying, good power system, good story, you know what I'm saying. Wasn't too long, so, like, we probably gonna get, if they stretch it out, 4 seasons. But really, I feel like this gonna be like 3 seasons. Yeah. Yeah, they could make this 3 seasons. So yeah, I could be so wrong right now, y'all, but at least that's what I think it'll be. That's my yap, because I know I'm yapping a little bit. Let's react or review, you know what I'm saying, Hell's Paradise, because it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've tapped into this. So yeah, if y'all like the video, like it, subscribe if you new, because all we do is chill over here. Gotta take my shiz off. Let's get it.
With another video. The streets have been asking for Hell's Paradise, so today, that's what we're doing. Lock in, and tell your uncle to lock in too. Now let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Boom, we start with some guy who's about to get executed. They go to cut his neck, but it doesn't work. They keep cutting over and over, and then the sword breaks. Bro got some real neck. Pause. He's on his Sasuke emo shit. Bro just wants to die. He's killed so much people. And we learn his name is GABIMARU from the Hidden Leaf. And he's been on demon timing since he was a youth. Now we cut to this girl interrogating him, and she's asking him bare question. She says, hold on, you can use ninjutsu? Yes, shorty, whatever you need. Fireball jutsu, mudwall jutsu, sexy jutsu, you name it. So they take bro outside, and they try to burn him, but he's still not dying. Now GABIMARU's talking about his past, and his parents were killed by the elder because they tried to leave. We also learned that he married the chief's daughter, and he's like 16. I don't even know what's going on here. But this girl who's interrogating him, she's not no regular shorty. She's an executioner. So she goes to end bro's life and dodges. What? Dodging. She goes to hit him again, but he jumps in the air. Now, he grabs his guard sword and goes at her. But she says, listen, you can easily get pardoned and go be with your wife, but you gotta go to Shinseikyo. Apparently, they have the elixir of life there. So this is where Bond went. But apparently, they sent over 5 expeditions to the island, and nobody's returned. Now, they gather all the criminals here to see who gets to go to the island and potentially get pardoned. Yes, Diddy is there too, and my homeboy. But they've got some serious guys here too. I don't know, there's no way any of them believe even if they find it, they're gonna get pardoned. But some of these guys are actually crazy. Bro is laughing, waiting to get out so he can kill again. Yeah, lock him up, he needs to go. Now some girl says, oh, you GABIMARU. She's like, you're really famous, you know that, right? Like, how you trying to be a groupie and you're getting executed? Make it make sense. But she says he's different than what he used to be before he was a real demon. Now all the criminals take their masks off and they wheel something in. What the? Is that my other homeboy? But this is how one of the guys who went to the island and came back looked like. Bro had this shit blooming. Bro has flowers all over him. So everyone is like, yeah, no, we not going there. And then this youth says, wait, how do y'all even know the elixir is even there? Which is fast, because they really don't know. And then this guy says, yeah, I'm not here for this. And someone just cuts his head off. You don't get it yet, do you? This is what's stupid.
No, that's actually nasty.
When the breed calls for complex structure.
That's actually crazy, y'all.
I just gave you opportunity.
You gonna pass it up? Nigga said, bring me back to my cell. What cell? You either dead or you dealing with
monitors. We're gonna be there on the island with them. If you look funny, you get cut. If you talk too loud, you get cut. If you breathe too hard, you get cut. And if your monitor dies, you're dying too. You think they would be good, right? So after hearing all that, you think they could go on the expedition, right? But they said, nah. To be honest, there's too much of you guys here. Some of y'all gotta go. What do you mean by that, gang? Some of you guys gotta
kill each
other. We just see a man getting the rudest choke of his life. I'm actually crying right now. Then this guy throws a rock at the other guy. Yeah, you know what? I mess with him. I rock with him. And the leader says, yeah, y'all fight. Whoever dies is useless, but don't untie your arms. So everyone's going at it. GABIMARU, he's just chilling. But we learned there are some people who have red seals. They're like the top dogs. We got Bakugo, the ninja girl, the samurai, and this big ass guy too. But the strongest is GABIMARU the Hollow. And he's just standing while everybody's fighting. That's some real aura shit right there. Now this redhead guy pulls up on Sagiri and says, she ain't suited for this mission. Like, bro, worry about yourself, gang. Bro thinks he's top dog because he got an eye patch on like he's Kenpachi. Now these criminals say, what? We gotta break through these samurai to get out. So they go after Shorty. But listen, she cuts all the heads off easy. Word to Gordon Ramsay. Like, GABIMARU goes up to the king and says, hey, killing all these guys makes no sense. Y'all can't do a vote or something and send people to the island? What for the guards? GABIMARU says, I ain't gonna let you do this. Hey, boy, know your place. And this guy tells another criminal, murder him and I'll send you on the expedition. So this dumbass picks up a rock, tries to hit GABIMARU, but he dodges. I mean, not tell you, gang. But when he says,
just
you know
with
what? You're
the
trying to kill me,
ease.
I'll just have to kill you. He walks up,
Says,
cuts his
damn.
neck, kicks the next one, and even bites this one's neck.
I
He actually
remember
cuts
that
everyone
shit.
else
He's
out.
like,
Someone
damn,
comes in
I ain't
and
even want to kill y'all for real, but I guess I gotta do it to y'all.
Now we
And
go
then-
GABIMARU's clan. And bro gets stabbed.
Damn, I
He
forgot
still
about that
survives. Now the criminals who survive, they finally get to the island. And there's flowers and shit everywhere. But GABIMARU was like, this place makes no sense. And they only gave us food for 3 days? How are we supposed to eat? And a fucking ball hits GABIMARU. Bitch ass, you let your guard down. Why are we doing friendly fire right now? You know what? I get it. Kill the competition. Then GABIMARU gets up. He's like, this dislocated my neck. I'm good. And this freak says, I bet I'm gonna test my new weapons on you. And he licks one. Abandoned house. What did it take? They go at it, and bro uses all his weapons on GABIMARU. They just
gotta put that in
like,
regular
this
speed.
dislocated my neck. I'm good. And this freak says, I bet I'm gonna test my new weapons on you. And he licks one. Abandoned house. What did it take?
Abandoned house. Where the tape at?
They go at it, and bro uses all his weapons on GABIMARU, but they just break, and he hits bro in the air, kicks the pole at him, and he falls. But this freak ain't done yet. He gets back up. The next time we see him, though, he just has weapons coming out of him. Now, with the other groups, some of them are teaming, some of them are fighting, some of them are cracking. What the? Remember, bro, from the start, his person literally eats him. Bro tried to have that Kenpachi design, but he got killed episode 3. He's not that guy.
Yeah, he did.
So now criminals are dying, and the executioners are dying. Then GABIMARU goes and attacks Sagiri. She's like, killing is against the rule, but he says, you're just a hindrance, gang, you need to die. But they're both hesitating to kill each other. He gets serious, gets on top of her and says, I ain't got no emotions, you about to die. But he's still hesitating. His wife is making him stop. So they decide to work together. Now the samurai and Zenitsu, they're just chilling, and he gets stung by some butterfly. What the? And it has a face? My homeboy again? So bro thinks quick, cuts his hand off, and it turns into that tree shit. Then a bunch of butterflies and these centipedes show up. All they hear are footsteps, and they turn around and see giants. What am I looking at right now? And then this praying fish pulls up on GABIMARU. Now we get the backstory of the samurai. Basically, he was a swordsman. He met a lord, became an officer, but the lord said to him, you strong, but you couldn't really kill a dragon. And the man crashes out and destroys everything. Bro got successfully rage baited. He also said he's gonna go out there and kill all the competition because he's looking to test his strength. Now back to GABIMARU. He goes in, kicks this fish's head, but it grabs him and throws him to the ground. How the hell is that thing still alive after that? And it starts throwing him some more. He says, let's run for now. But these giants are surrounding them, and they're all smiling. What is going on? GABIMARU says, alright, let me get serious. He goes in with the quickness, stabs this giant, uses Katon Fireball Jutsu, burns this next one, and literally goes through all of them. Bro is crazy. On God, he could 1v1 Kiba and win. He's about to get hit, but then someone comes and saves him, and it's Ninja Girl. GABIMARU says, what do you want from me, ho? Chill, gang, why don't we just work together? Shorty's trying to use her Genjutsu on him, never fall for it. GABIMARU puts her in an arm lock. See, that's real. We learned this This executionist prisoner got killed by falling for this girl, so he joined her too. Yeah, she got them both. But she says, let's just use each other as much as possible and find the elixir. But Gabimaru says, why would I help you? Listen, you give me strength, I'll give you information. And with that, the group decides to work together. And then Sagiri passes out. Now we see this guy with long hair, Toma. He's an executioner, and his bro, Chobe, aka Bakugo, is a prisoner. So they go fighting. Bro cuts up a monster's head, then one hits him in the face. And then they start talking. Bro says murder is a sin. Like, no way you guys are preaching right now. And I swear a next one said 10 out of 10 snow is better than 10 out of 10 Asian. Okay, he needs to die for that. Chobe goes crazy and goes right through them. Back to our group. Sagiri finally wakes up and they're hiding in this cave. Gabimaru says he went out scouting, but he didn't find anything useful. But we learned these creatures don't hunch. So how can they survive without organs? That means we're close to finding the elixir. Genji pulls up on Sagiri and says, hey, you should go home. You're gonna die in your current condition. No, bitch, this is my job. Now we cut to Tenza and Nurugai trying to leave the island, and they run into something, and it's a bunch of ships that are wrecked. And we just see something smile at them, and some squid thing comes out and tries to kill them. So they run, but they run into Keisho, and bro is delusional. He's talking about fat bitches are the way to go, and the squid just cuts him in half. So they lock in, cut the squid more, and finally get back on the island, but they look beat up. Back to our group, everyone's sleeping, and it's just Gabimaru and Sagiri awake. And he tells her, you know, you stronger than me. Like, why are you lying to this girl's face? Now, Genji comes again to Sagiri and says, you're not built for this. You from the suburbs. But she says, old ass, I'm not leaving. But this big ass guy comes right behind him, and bro is hungry. The man just slashes the executioner easy, and he hits a tree. Then it goes to grab Sagiri, but Gabimaru ain't gonna let that happen to his temporary shorty, so he kicks him. Bro gets back up like nothing happened. So he puts his ski mask back on, but the man just throws a tree at him. He's not human. Gabimaru goes and asks the ninja girl for help, but she's lazy. She's not doing anything. So Gabimaru tries all of his attacks, but nothing's working on him. He goes to grab Gabimaru, but Sagiri comes and cuts his finger off. She parries his next attack, goes to hit him, but it doesn't cut. She's actually selling right now. But then he gets angry and crushes Gabimaru. Bro survives, but he's coughing up blood. Sagiri locks in, parries his punch, and we learn she's ranked 12, but in terms of pure skill, she's top dog. So Gabimaru comes in, starts using more fireballs at him, and now the forest burns, and this was all a part of their plan. They want to make him die by smoke. He tries to attack, but Gabimaru pushes him down, and Sagiri comes in and cuts.
Yes.
This is Jess. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses US Bank, BankSmart.
Now the two brothers are walking through the area and they see these two things kissing. What the hell is going on here? And it says, what are you guys doing here? Are y'all monsters too? And one of them says, come fool around with us too. And this one turns into a man. What type of gender bender is this? Back to Gabimaru. Someone's spying on them and it starts running. So bro catches her and then Groot shows up and tries to hit him. He dodges, catches a little girl, but she flips him. Sagiri goes up trying to talk to the little girl, but she turns around and tries to give her a rude punch. Gabimaru blocks it, but that was some next power. So he just wraps her up easy and says, hey girl, don't make me have to get serious, and she starts crying. Groot says, he says, listen, I got food, I got a bath, and I got Sushi Shit who plays Valorant. Now they get to the village, and they get their food and their bath, and they talk to Groot, and he says the elixir is real, but they call it Tan. But the island is divided into 3 areas, the woods, the village, and the center. He says the people who are called Tensen, they're immortal, never dying beings, and we just see our dog fighting them and his sword breaks. He then says, I really only helped you because y'all are gonna die anyway. We cut back to the two brothers and they just get dropped into this hole. And we just see a whole bunch of people down here who got turned into flowers. Basically, the dead people are the swords for immortality, love. Now we go back to Nurugai and Tenza, and they're on the beach, and then someone just drops down. Bro says, it's loud in the forest, turns into a man and says, did you do it? They run because they want no parts of that, but he pulls up right in front of them and hits bro with the Tao force palm. Bro comes back, cuts his eyes, but he says, you're pretty fast, twin, and he regenerates. Bro locks in again, cuts his arms and head, and they run for it. Then bro pulls up with the quickness, still regenerating. What the f is this? What is this thing? But then a sword comes and his head cuts off. Hold on. Stevie Wonder? Now Tenza says, we're blessed now. He's the GOAT. Stevie says he went to leave, but he couldn't find a current that would take him off this island. Then the monster shows up again. Shion gets him out of the way, but his neck gets cut. Tenza goes in with some crazy strikes, but bro dodges everything and puts holes in his body. He's like, damn, I'm really about to die and I ain't even met a Latina yet. And with that, he gets back up, gives bro a rude punch, and he's attacking over and over. But the monster just puts more holes in his body and starts regenerating. But Shion and Nurugai use that time to run away. Bro might be the strongest we've seen so far, but he does die in the end. Back to Gabimaru's group, they agree going to the center with no plan makes no sense. But Gabimaru is a smoke demon. Once it hits nighttime, he goes up there by himself. He just sees these trees praying. Did you pray today?
Did you pray today?
No.
Can you just leave? We supposed to capture you, but I'm tired. Yo, you can turn a human into an elixir, and then they go at it. Gabimaru breaks his arm and his neck. It tries to slap him, but bro kicks it in the face and burns it. But then he comes back and gives him a rude punch and kicks him again. Gabimaru puts up his ninja ski mask and asks, are you a Tensen? And they both go at it blow for blow. Gabimaru rips his arm off this time. Where's the elixir loan? And he tries to hit him with a strike, but Gabimaru dodges. Gabimaru was like, what the f can I do? He hits him with his foot, and that finally hurts him. Bro turns back into a girl and starts hitting him with Tau Force Palms. He's actually getting cooked. He gets back up and they go blow for blow. Pause. But Gabimaru is just crushing him now. He's not stopping. He thinks the battle's over, but this thing turns into a flower dragon? What is that? He's like, alright, let me calm down. But it just shocks him. Now it's hitting him over and over. He's about to get crushed. Gabimaru cuts it again. And he starts doing a burning kamikaze. But he falls to the ground and he's about to get shot. But then Mei pulls up, uses a protective ball, and they fall down this cliff. Now the rest of the group decides to go out and look for them. We learn the Tensen are actually 7 hermits. Now we cut to the Tensen and they're like, some humans pulled up and they start paging Zujin. And look at the state of bro, he's cooked. But the leader says something's different about these humans. They're not regular. Word to A Boogie. And we learn all those trees that we're worshipping, they used to be humans. We cut to Gabimaru and they're by some water. And the Dragon Slayer and Zenitsu pull up on him. Now they go aura for aura. Nigga, you're beat up. You sure you could stop me? Gang, you look and balances. Where's your hand? And they go to attack. But Zenitsu says, let's just get his information easy instead of both of y'all getting injured. Gabimaru says, damn, that's how it is. And he gets on his knees and says, let's just work together. He tells them everything. They're like, what the? They can regenerate? How do we kill them? Now we look at Mei and she's older. Hold on, Bonnie? Now we cut back to Sagiri's group. And Groove says, Toa is basically the power that runs through everything. And to touch Toa is to touch the center of the universe. What do you mean by that? We cut back to Gabimaru's spot and these guys pull up again. But now there's someone else behind them. Now we see the two brothers pull up again.
I'm just remembering how ugly these villains were. Like, I know this is supposed to be like Hell's Paradise, so it's like they're practically in hell, but like a paradise version of it. But like, yo, these are just like some creatively ugly ass creatures, bro. Like, I just could not get past.
Now there's someone else behind them. Now we see the two brothers climbing out of the hole. Bro is real as he says, we're gonna kill those hoes. His bro's like, maybe we should just leave. Nah. We're killing those hoes.
We're killing those hoes.
The weakness is somewhere in their navel. He's about to eat some of the dead humans, but this guy pulls up on him. Hold on, you guys are still alive? My bad, I ain't even mean to startle you like that. Let's just talk. But we learn he serves the Tensen. He's their right hand. He says, can you guys just go in the hole and become Tau? Bro goes in, tries to kick, but he dodges and gives him a rude punch. But our dog ain't done. He literally breaks his hand off. But this guy ain't done. He summons all these big guys to come too. Hey Toma, you go and pack all those guys up. I'll take care of this guy. Now these two are fighting, and since bro can't use Toa, it's not looking good. He just gets his neck cut and he falls to the ground. Not my dog, bro. But then he turns around, grabs his face off and holds it. Does he have a curse mark on his neck? He knows Orochimaru? Hey, what was that shit he was just using? Is that what I need to fight those Hishis? So he goes in, breaks our dog's arm, but they just regenerate. Now he's tanking all these attacks, and he just hits bro in the navel. But now he can see Tau. He's just walking bro down and steps on his hand, and he just copies him and goes right through him, then just steps on him again. Yeah, this guy's crazy. We cut back to Gabimaru, and they're trying to learn about Tau, but They don't get it. Then this masked guy pulls up and grabs May and says, leave these bums alone, come back to the castle. Gabimaru gets in front of her and says, ugly, she with us now. But then another one shows up and all these bugs come. Tell me this don't look like terraformers. Now they get ready to fight, but bro gets hit with a Tau attack and they say, you guys are no match for us. Now this masked guy explains to them the 5 steps of Tau and the last step is cracking. Okay, where do I get these lessons? But basically, the Tenten have been cracking for years and growing their powers, but they actually use Mei for this too. After hearing that, Gabimaru gets vexed. Then this thing turns into a centipede monster. Now the Dragon Slayer goes in to fight the butterfly, but it dodges and it releases some scales and he gets dizzy. They both fight, but they realize without Tau, we're cooked. Now this guy explains Gabimaru is too tense to use Tau. You have to have strong and weak. Mei holds his hand and helps him feel it, and now he starts to use it. So bro walks through the fire, dodges all the Tau attacks. He goes and just one-shots the centipede arm. You're not winning now, bitch ass. And he kicks both of them to the ground. Then Gabimaru and the samurai kill them.
Ali, I love your hair.
I mean, it's easy to spot me on the court, I bet.
He's been
You've always
pretty
been
much
like that.
spamming.
See me?
Yeah.
Before you have me all done.
The same emotes, but this was pretty interesting, like, reviewing this. I think we're almost done. We got 2 ads right now, and I could give a F less about Glenn Youngkin, honestly. Ugh. The mayor's a cop. The blues quadrupled up, the block is hot.
Sagiri's group, and they make it to Horai, and this Tenzin just takes Groot's head off. One of the first humans who made it here in thousands of years. Ninja shit goes to run, but he grabs her. Shorty, don't leave the party just yet. Groot says, hopefully I can make it to Horai. Gang, that shit, I'm not gonna lie to you, we was just making it up. We just conduct experiments here. He says, we don't have no elixir of life on this island, just tan, but regular humans can't use tan. So he says, come with us. Now Ninja shit shows that she's really from Konoha and uses substitution jutsu. Throws 3 kunai and cuts his head off. They get ready to dip, but bro is not dead. He says, you know what? Let me teach you how to use Tau. Bro basically said, if you're good enough, I'll crack you. He hits Sagiri away, but homeboy comes in and cuts him down. The ninja girl comes in again, uses her ninjutsu and poisons him, but he comes back. He not dying. They keep attacking, but he's dodging. Sagiri goes in, throws her sword and cuts him. Then she gets serious and swings, but he dodges. He gets cut a little bit, but he's not regenerated. They go together and do a 3v1 against the Tenzin, but he uses ninjutsu so he can go invisible. He dodges this attack, but Sagiri goes in cutting him, but they still can't finish him. Bro's literally a nugget right now. And Sagiri goes in for the finishing move, but the nugget jumps in the air and regenerates, and he's raining down Tau shots at him. Yuzuriya pulls him down. Homeboy comes in from the back and holds him, and Sagiri cuts his stomach. Now bro stops moving. With that, they're like, we got the dub, but then a bunch of flowers appear beside them, and one goes to kill Yuzuriya, but homeboy gets in the way and takes the attack. Bro really died and is turning into a flower for Shorty. I respect it. But then he turns into this Tau monster, and they're like, we're cooked. But then Stevie comes in and saves them. He locks in, uses his Tau and starts fighting. It's raining down Tau on them again, but he comes out the dust and kicks it to the ground. He starts laughing, but then he gets hit by the flowers. So it's looking grim for him, but he cuts them all off. But now he's losing too much blood. Bro's starting to look like he's a real blood now. So Nurugai and Sagiri go in to help, and they got the ninja girl's liquid to help them. They create an opening. Shion goes in, cuts his leg, and it falls down. But everybody's tired now. Sagiri is coughing up blood. Shion is about to die. He goes in with the quickness. He puts all of his waves into his sword, cuts the oval, and we just see a whole bunch of faces, but he finally disappears. Bro said he waited 1,000 years for this. After this, both teams regroup and heal up, but Gabimaru can't remember anything. He don't even know who these guys are, but he knows he's Gabimaru the Hollow. Alright, that's all for this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Appreciate all the love, all the support.
He really reviewed the whole season. I fuck with it. Shout out Shimmyreviews. Yeah. It's alright. I don't even know when the second season of this was coming out, but I saw it on the algorithm. Figured I'd watch it with y'all. Let's see what else he got. But if y'all like the video, like, subscribe. If you know all I do is chill over here. With that being said, be great, be safe. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.